Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be continuing to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We are now on episode 7 for season 2. Um, I just recorded a geopolitical video about the Iranian war, that's still ongoing. Before you watch this one, also watch the previous 6 episodes, so yeah. Anywho, Europe is really just not that many countries, so today we're gonna be filling in some more countries that might pop up because these European countries are not really expanding that much in Europe. So we are gonna see a new nation. So we're gonna make this French nation that I've been talking about for a while. And I would like to make it roughly purple. Like a purplish nation. Is this similar? Yeah, but I think we can make it a little more dark. So this will be our first new nation of this video. And it will be set from right here to right here. So I think we can just make a diagonal line here. Which, if you know anything, about diagonals, they are technically straight. Yeah, these aren't gonna touch, so might just do a little bit of, no, not that, like this for our border there. So, not gonna lie, that looks horrible. So, yeah, we're not doing that. We're gonna make it from this area, we're gonna kind of do a little bit more of a natural look. So we'll give it some perfect borders here. I'll change it up when I'm done, when we're filling this in. So, all of these areas are a thing, or a part of this one. I'm just gonna connect this up here, all these parts real quick. So, there. But this is... If you could come up with a name for this French nation here, I would highly appreciate the name. Because I do not have very clever names at this point. As you already know, I'm not good at coming up with these names. For now, I'm just gonna call this the Dark Purple French Nation country. But any suggestions that will be commented in this video will be put on a wheel of names, and the wheel will decide which of those suggestions will be the name for this country. It could be anything. It could be anything. Just don't put anything weird, okay? Because really don't want this age restricted because of the comment section, so I might just start yapping about some things while we're doing this. You guys probably don't want to hear me yap about some random stuff, but this is not random. It's gonna be. I might talk about more about this. I'm gonna talk more about the series. Um, Basically, you already figured out know that this is a new group of humans. These are new groups of humans, and the first episode took 500 years after the last episode of season 1, which was also 500 years in the future, which was in 500 years in 2026. So it was 2526 at the start of the series, so and it ended 500, and this one took place 500 years after that. After the events of the last episode of that series. So I'm gonna say it was like it was around the time, it was like 3,000, 3206, so it's now 3706, so this is way in the future. That's just a rough, but that's when the first episode started here. We are on episode 7, so this is like, I'm gonna say we're like 17 years later, so I'm judging that we can say that it's most likely, I have no idea, let me put it on a calculator. I'm not good with numbers, I'm sorry. So I said it was 3706, so we can put plus 17, so that means it's right now, it's basically 3723. Which is way too far in the future for me to be alive. I would already be dead before season 1 of the series even started. Wixo started. What? But I would probably be, if I was still alive, I would be very old. I'd be like so old I couldn't even walk if I was still alive in this scenario. But this establishment, it was taking place years, so that's why I said it's 3723. That's because it probably took 17 years for this to happen. Well, not 17 years. It was most likely 7 years. It's been 10 years since, well, all of this happened. And this was happening 7 years. This was taking place in 7 years. So, yeah. I will just, I'll come back later. And alright, I did kind of adjust their borders here. Just their new border, their natural border here. And it is time to give them a capital. Paris is actually, like, right here still. Like, I'm just gonna put it in Paris, because it's still there. But they'll give them a couple of major cities, so we'll just give them just just like a dozen major cities, not too many, because we don't want to give them too many, because that'll look horrible on this map. Anyway, let's start checking in on Lisbon. A little time has passed since the creation of the dark purple French country, which means that they would have expanded pretty greatly in this island so far. And by greatly, I mean exponentially and stuff. And all big words that I can think that I'm not able to think of. Sorry, I don't know many big words. What am I talking about? When that, and also while that was happening, they would have expanded through down this coastal area. About right here, so they would have gotten about that far. They would have gone down more, kind of just doing a bit of exploring of this area. And then they would have expanded further north in this area. Probably get about to here, like right there. So we can see their nation looking like it's already pretty big. It is transcontinental, so that's good. So yeah, that's what they would have expanded towards. I'll just show what the countries have expanded towards for now. So I'll be right back. And, well, that's certainly a lot. And holy shit. This is gonna take a while. Let's just plop some major cities around. Boop, 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 boop. Sorry. Yep. Just a few major cities just plopping around. Yeah, of course. Why not? Yep. Crete is now in Asia. And Africa now. And on the whole continent now. And they conquered all of Cyprus as well. And Cornwall is just looking like a bigger version of Great Britain now. Of Great Britain and Ireland combined. Also, Helsinki is still the northernmost. As you can see here. Maybe in the next episode, these two will finally meet up. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and goodbye.